Thanks for stopping by the channel and taking the time to watch my latest episode. This episode here, I'm going to feature one out of Ellicottville Brewing Company. This is a collaboration with Platters Chocolate. It says Platters Chocolate Factory and Ellicottville Brewing Company. I thought it was in Ellicottville, New York, but on the side of the can it says brewed and packaged in Little Valley, New York. So maybe one of you guys out there can clear that up, how far apart they are from each other. But anyway, this is a porter style ale coming in at 7% alcohol by volume. Do not know the IBU. If I can find one, like always, it'll be listed off to the side over there. But first off, just the artwork. Let's talk about that. Just pretty awesome artwork. You got a chocolate factory. You're running your chocolates on the conveyor system. Raspberry truffle type of chocolate there. Very cool. Now it does got a little reading on the side. It says brewed with local chocolatiers. I'm assuming that's Platters. It says rich, flavorful dessert ale with decadent truffle chocolate and sweet raspberry. Visit platterschocolate.com for more information. And let's see here. That's about all it has on the can. Just some cool artwork there. I'm really hoping for a nice chocolatey raspberryness to this. I'm going to go ahead and crack her open. While I'm doing that, if you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate if you become a subscriber. If you guys out there in the YouTube world would give the video a thumbs up, drop a comment, hit the notification bell. All that stuff helps me out, and I appreciate that. So let's get a pour on this thing. See what it looks like. See what it smells like. See what it tastes like. So I'm getting a bit of an aggressive pour there. I wanted to produce a little bit of a head. It got a little crazy. It got 2 fingers there or better. Just a brown, it's a brown, light brown colored head to this here. Just very cola looking. Typical porter, as I was pouring it, had an ambery tint to it. And if I look in the bottom of the glass, I get a little bit of an amberiness there. Overall on camera, I believe it might be showing up very dark. And it is a dark looking beer, but there was a bit of an amberiness to it as it was pouring in the glass there, as typical, really. The head, like I said, we're about 2 fingers. There are some larger bubbles in there, a bit of an aggressive pour, but overall there is also a creaminess to the head, just a frothiness to it. But again, there are some larger fisheye bubbles popping away inside there. But definitely looks pretty good. Let's get a nose on her. So definitely chocolate. Chocolate, raspberry, I'm going to say berry in general. Seems to be, I get it like a spritziness popping, hitting my nose in there, so it's like very well carbonated. Yeah, just I'm going to say a raspberry, faint raspberry, but just berry in general, like a berryness in general, like a sweet berryness, almost a candy berryness. Then a nice chocolatiness to it. You did get a little bit of the roasted malty notes coming off of this. Outside of that, it smells good. It doesn't smell great. It smells good though. So let's see what the drink says. Okay. Body. Medium body mouthfeel. Nice carbonation to this. Prickliness on the tongue. It's got a nice crisp crispiness to it. So, first thing I picked up, I get a little bit of that chocolatiness right up front. As it travels through the palate towards the back end, it turns into more of a roasted, almost a roasted chocolatey maltiness. Not an overpowering raspberry to this. There's a sweet berryness. I'm going to say raspberry. They call it a raspberry truffle. It's a raspberryness. Does it taste like raspberry truffles blended up? Nah, it'd have been awesome if it did, though. But it does taste good. It's actually pretty easy drinking. Now, with a name like raspberry truffle, you might expect it to be very sweet. Honestly, it's kind of dialed back on the sweetness. I get there's a big chocolate to it. Not crazy big, but there's a pretty good chocolate flavor to this. Tasting notes are chocolate. But the more you drink of it, as it travels, like I said, as it travels towards the back of the palate, it turns into more of a malty, roasted chocolateness. Almost more, I don't want to say it's cocoa-y, but I don't want to say it's a generic type of chocolate, because I'm sure Platters has great chocolate. I don't know anything about them. But just a subtle subtle malty chocolateness. I was hoping for just a big pack, just a big splash of raspberry truffle, and it doesn't deliver a ton on the raspberry. But that said, it's good. As far as scoring this, I'm good with giving this a 4 out of 5. It's very good. I could drink it. I'll have no problem drinking this. I like that it's not overly sweet. I like the malty chocolateness to it. I just wish it had a bit more on the raspberry, actual raspberry. I mean, it's raspberry truffle. I was hoping to really, really taste that raspberry there, and it's just not up to what I was hoping for. So I'm a little let down there, but it's still a very good beer. It's still 4 out of 5. I'd drink this again, no problem. I'm not hating on it or anything. It's very good beer. And if I sound a little disappointed, I was just hoping for a little bit more raspberry zing to this. But yeah, you had this before. Let me know what you think about it. Anything else from these guys? Let me know what that is. Drop a comment down there. I've had a couple of them from these guys, and I'm pretty impressed, really. So anyhow, like always, I appreciate swinging by the channel and taking that time to watch.